Good morning, everyone. Let me just get my stuff here, get my water so that if my throat gets dry, I can have that. All right, again, my name is Robert Thompson, and I'm going to start off my presentation by asking a couple of questions here. Let's see, does that work? There we go, okay. So, by a show of hands, how many people here live in a community currently that has an HOA, a homeowners association? Okay, a few of you, that's great. Okay, next question. How many of you have in the past lived in a community that has a HOA? Okay, that's a few more hands. Now this last question is a little tricky, okay? Based on that experience and what you experience now, how many of you would never live in a community that has a HOA? Okay, there's some of that sentiment out there. And that sentiment is sometimes justified. HOAs sometimes don't have a good reputation because, you know, when you're telling people what to do, you always butt heads, people get frustrated. HOAs have a good value, but sometimes they have a bad reputation. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story, the pain. I was an HOA president for about 7 years. It's a confession. Okay. I had in mind that I was going to create a very kind and gentle neighborhood as a HOA president. So my goal was to be supportive of every neighbor that was there. I had a frustration. I'd come home from work. People would stop me on the street and say, hey, I turned in my fencing application 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard anything. What's the story? And of course, as a kind and gentle HOA president, I would go try to figure out what's happened. So I'd go to the management company and say, have you gotten this application? And they'd say, let's go check. And they came back the next day and say, yeah, we got it. And we sent it off to the committee to vote on. So I'd go off and find a committee member and say, did you get this application? And they'd say, let me check. And they'd come back and say, yeah, we got it. We're going to have a meeting in 2 weeks because we have it once a month. And we're going to review it then. I say, okay, I'll go tell the homeowner that. And then they'd say, but wait a minute. I looked at it in advance. It's going to be denied. Because he wants to put a wood fence in. We only allow vinyl fences. And I said, oh, okay. He won't be happy to hear that. Have you told him? He's going to find out at the meeting. Oh, great. So there's going to be one frustrated homeowner, I said to myself. So I had lots of those sorts of situations where people come to me, they would be frustrated with lost requests that were taking a long time. And so that time came when I came to those 7 magic words that every entrepreneur at some point in time faces. And that is, that's right, it's got to be a better way. And so, that's how we invented Arc Tracker.
Longer than 7 years.
That's right. Now, with Arc Tracker, what we do is we allow homeowners to submit their requests online. Okay? They can add their attachments online, any surveys they need to do online. Okay? The minute they submit it online, the committee that's reviewing that gets to look at it and review it online immediately. So you cut out that long loop with the mail or whatever it takes to get to the committee. The committee can actually ask questions, and when they're ready, they can vote online. Okay? So now your committee can act very quickly. And finally, those requests are all stored online forever. Easy access to everything. The questions about a homeowner who says, I'm going to build a wood fence. I didn't know it had to be vinyl. When they go online, they can look at all the policies and understand what the rules and regs are. So it makes it very easy for the homeowner. Okay. So, process makes it fast, makes it easy, makes it safe. You don't lose requests. Homeowners are actually guided to make the right choices. So who wins in this situation? Obviously, homeowners. Homeowners who are frustrated because they can't get a fast turnaround on their request, or they're submitting requests that are wrong, they get to win. The committees or boards that review these things, now they can actually review at home. We have board members who are actually approving requests from the golf course or from the beach or overseas. So they're no longer tied to having these meetings once a month where they face some irate homeowners. Management companies that manage communities also are winners in this situation. So, Arc Tracker is the site. Now let me tell you about the challenges we have, okay? sometimes it's hard to actually explain to homeowners, well, to communities, that there's a different way of doing things. People think, I have to have a meeting, I have to have paper, I have to go through all this process. So it's been a little bit of an education process to explain to them that there is a better way, there's a more technical way to do things. And of course, there's tradition. People are stuck in their ways. You know, how to get to look at a new system. So that's our tracker. I can actually, I don't know how much time I have left. 1 minute, perfect, okay. I could show you, but I encourage you to actually go to the site, arctracker.com. You'll see what it's all about. And at this point, I'll open up for questions.